Hi 4311, this is Miss Green. As promised, we're going to continue with Malala, part 2. Um, Please forgive me in advance if you hear my dog Lumi barking, because he has no control when he barks. If he hears a dog outside or a cat or a bird, he's going to start barking. I'm going to try to stop the video and pause it so that you don't hear the barking. So anyway, let's get started. So we left off on page 19, and I'm going to just continue reading. Malala doesn't get discouraged. Although she's not yet 14, she's already an important person in her country. She continues to write her blog and fight for girls' right to an education. Malala is often invited to speak and receives lots of assistance for her campaign. The Pakistani government awards her the first ever National Youth Peace Prize. By 2011, Malala is so successful, she's able to create an educational foundation. It helps her and those who support her work. But her family is threatened by the Taliban. The militant group does not like her father's schools or Malala's activism. On October 9, 2012, Malala is riding home on the school bus. It stops suddenly. A man shouts to the driver, "Is this the Kushal school bus?" A second man enters the bus and yells, "Who is Malala?" Nobody answers, but some students look at their friend. It is obvious who Malala is. She's the only one who has taken off her headscarf on the bus. One of the men shoots Malala 3 times. Everyone screams. 2 other girls are hurt. Malala slumps forward onto her best friend's lap. The bus driver speeds to the nearest hospital in Swat. The Pakistani president, along with other politicians and famous Muslims, condemns the assassination attempt. The Taliban claims responsibility. Malala is not doing well. Her father wishes out loud that he could take her place. The doctors and the government decide to accept an offer for Malala to be treated at a hospital in Birmingham, England. Malala must go because it is too dangerous for her father to leave her mother and brothers alone in Pakistan. So she must go alone. She is confused when she awakes in England, but she speaks on the phone to her parents. Finally, her family arrives. Letters and gifts are sent to her from all over the world. After several operations and a lot of time to heal, Malala takes classes in Birmingham. The Taliban doesn't allow let me start that over. The Taliban doesn't silence Malala. She keeps fighting for education rights. There are more than 5 million children in Pakistan who don't have the right to go to primary school. But of these, most of these are girls. Malala empathizes with young girls in other countries such as Afghanistan, Nigeria, and Nepal, who lives where education for girls isn't valued. Many people believe that women should stay at home to watch the younger children, cook and do housework, and get water from the wells. Girls are often required to marry at a very young age. Many families believe that only boys should have jobs. Malala disagrees with all these ideas. On Malala's 16th birthday, July 12, 2013, hundreds of people from around the world hear her speak at the United Nations in New York City. Malala wears a shawl that belonged to Benazir Bhutto, a Pakistani prime minister who was assassinated. I am here to speak up for the right of education of every child. I want education for the sons and daughters of the Taliban and all the terrorists and extremists. She speaks about Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela, and Mahatma Gandhi. Poverty, ignorance, injustice, racism, and the deprivation of basic rights are the main problems faced by both men and women. She speaks about women's rights and girls' education. There was a time when women's social activists asked men to stand up for their rights. But this time we will do it by ourselves, she says. Malala puts hope in hearts and tears in eyes. One child, one teacher, one pen, and one book can change the world. The next year, Malala receives the Nobel Peace Prize. At 17, she's the youngest person ever to receive the prestigious award. But the beautiful Swat Valley, where pomegranate and fig trees bloom, still isn't free. Malala and her family can't go home because they are under death threats. Weapons still rule. Shots ring out, along with bombs from drones. Fighting results in victims on both sides, sometimes innocent victims. Malala talks with the President of the United States about the situation, with the hope that peace will triumph quickly in Pakistan. Malala dreams of books and notebooks instead of war in her beloved valley. The Nobel Peace Prize gives Malala wings. She visits Syrian refugee camps in Lebanon. She supports school projects in Nigeria and more. Malala has been known worldwide ever since the United Nations designated July 12, 2013, her 16th birthday as Malala Day. The day celebrates that every child should have the right to go to school, to learn to write and count, and know the happiness of reading freely. The end. So you can read this on your own, Malala. Malala's sort of a little blurb in the back about her to learn some more. And this is what Malala looks like right now in the picture. So I will post this reading for you to watch the video and listen to the story, and then you'll go to Google Form, which will be posted, to answer some questions. Thank you. I'll see you soon. Bye.